Huge day for Renault in India as well as worldwide with the introduction of a brand new model. It's making its world debut here in Delhi. That's the Triber from Renault. It's a huge bet for the company because it goes into a territory that's new for both the company and in many ways the segment it hopes to pierce here in India. Joining me now to talk about that and more is Thierry Bolloré, who is of course the CEO at Renault. It's great to have you.
Very nice being here.
And thank you for your time today. I know it's a really busy day for you.
My pleasure.
First up, congratulations. A world debut is always special, and for us this becomes more so because after the quit, this is now the second time that India has seen the introduction of a brand new global model.
Right.
How big is the Triber? And I don't mean that as a pun.
No, Triber is for us is a game changer. It's a game changer in its segment, you know, and we are here attacking the 51% bulk of the Indian market, very difficult part of the market, but to a certain extent this is why we are so much interested in being and getting developed in India, because all the segments in India are very competitive. So that's why with Triber we believe that we have a game changer. It's a car which is unique on the market. It's a value proposition for all our customers, and for us it's a fantastic way of starting a career of a car which could be very successful, including outside of India, like we did with Quid.
I was going to ask you that, so I'll come to that in a second. But the one thing which I picked up from your presentation today, from all the executives, there was this one, let's say, underlying theme about how getting all of this to happen below sub 4 meters
Yes.
Was the big challenge in so many ways, in terms of space, in terms of drivability, attribute, safety as well, and of course design. So the fact that that becomes like the peculiar Indian requirement, does that challenge then, once you have the product, really sort of help you in other product development or other markets with this or similar products?
Yeah, because it requires a lot of innovation to have the possibility to make such a proposal to our customers, such an incredible versatility, incredible flexibility and modularity. And this type of needs are not only for India, and it is true that in other countries in the world you have the same needs as well. But the beauty is to make a fantastic modern car like Triber so much attractive and affordable. And this is why the Indian market is so interesting, because people are extremely demanding, very modern, very modern. Yeah. And at the same time, they are very attentive to buy in a very smart way. So that's where this equation, you know, is typically what Renault loves. You know, it's our DNA to make that happen. But it's a fact that India is probably the most difficult place to make it happen. So that's why we love India.
And stay profitable, yes, it's always tricky.
Absolutely.
The point that you mentioned, I mean, you know, the car itself, its own attributes, you've got the 3-row seating if you want it, otherwise there's lots of cargo space, you've got the SUV elements and the styling, you've got the space, you've got the touch screen, so you've got all of those things that this demanding consumer wants.
You've got the fridge box.
You've got the fridge box.
Can you imagine that?
Yes, couldn't have imagined that in this segment. How do you then get it to also come together and be affordable?
Well, that's our engineering team. You know, we have a great engineering team and very powerful in India. And they have been completely instrumental in making this synthesis happen because of their creativity and because of the fantastic link they have with all our engineering worldwide to make a great, solid, robust, safe car at the same time, very modern. And that's why the chemical works very well. You know, thanks to this big team, we have 8,000 people working in R&D BCI to make all that happen. You know, so that's their job.
Now, and I can understand it's tricky and it's of course challenging from a pricing point of view when it comes to the market.
Yeah.
I know it was announced today that the cost of ownership will be 20% lower than B segment hatches. Balancing that out, that kind of a sensational requirement that the market will totally eat up versus profitability, given the scope of your Indian operation, how tricky was that balance for you?
Once the team has been able to design the right equation, you know, as we are mentioning here, then you've got everybody else at the same time who have been performing, you know, the supply chain, the supplier relationship, the manufacturing in our plant in Chennai, of course the work with the dealers to make it extremely end-to-end, very reliable. So far we are at the top of what is the customer expectation. For us, at the end of the day, the customer satisfaction and the permanent progress of our customer satisfaction is the key. That's what is driving us. It's the same with Quid. We are making permanent progress. We are following that every month at my level, I can tell you, especially for India because it's so difficult, but we are making huge progress. So that's why we are very confident now. The team is fit.
Given that, my last question then to you is about this whole proposition or the kind of attention that you put on the India project, on the India team. It's obviously a lot of pressure as well that you would be putting on them in terms of starting to deliver, because there has been criticism about some of the recent products, the market situation and market share as well. Does this one product help start to turn things around, and will this just be the one you think that's going to fire all the volumes, or is there now more?
It's a significant contributor to the progress we want to make, and in order to move to double the sales of Renault in India, for sure. And the mistakes we have done sometimes, well, we have learned from that. We are quite humble, and we know that it's necessary step by step to understand and to be better and better. And for sure, Triber is one key contributor, but there will be some other contributor coming fast after.
And exports will always remain important.
And export is key. Export is key because this is a car made in India for India and having the genes of a great exporter on many markets as well.
Sounds very exciting.
And it works. It works with Quid already. We have done a fantastic job at export, so we know it works.
That's great to know, and like I said, can't wait to see it all unfold. I personally can't wait to drive the car, I can tell you that. That's the part that's exciting.
Excellent, but it's going to come very soon now.
The new engine as well.
Beginning of the second semester, and it will be in the streets.
Can't wait. Thank you.
Fantastic. Thank you very much indeed. Thanks to you.